My goodness, what a dross of a match. Inter 2, Fiorentina 1 after extra time. Romelu Lukaku coming on and saving Conte's ass, saving Inter's ass, and making watching this absolutely awful match worthwhile. Yes, guys, Inter going through in the worst way possible, probably, because even probably penalties would be more entertaining than this. Having to play 120 minutes, not getting to rest all the players that we wanted, starting off the match, the lineup was, as we predicted in yesterday's match preview, very much changed, lots of rotation as expected. But Stefano Sensi, once again, what can we say about this guy, man? He's literally made of glass. Is not even the right definition anymore. Made of crystal. Like, what's the most fragile material in the world? He's made of that. Something happened in the warm-up, and Arturo Vidal had to come in. And yeah, so I was expecting this very technical midfield, and in the end ended up being, Gagliardini, Vidal and Eriksen in the regista position. How did Eriksen play overall? Not too bad, I would say. Not too bad. He was okay, but I feel like that's just Eriksen's performances at Inter have always been okay. I've never felt he's had a bad performance at Inter. He's just never moved the needle, and once again today had a couple of nice crosses from corners. Had a nice couple of shots as well. One of the shots led to the penalty that Arturo Vidal converted. First goal for Vidal, which is good. But apart from that, in the second half, there was a big dip from Eriksen. First half, he was decent. There was a bad few touches. One touch was just really bad for some of his technical ability, and then there was one pass where he just gifted it to them. And then in the second half, there was that one giveaway where he tried to dribble past someone, and Fiorentina were on the counter, and his ass was saved by Ashraf Hakimi. He owes him a drink or something, because Hakimi, with his pace, stopped the counter from Vlahovic, who was going to be one-on-one with the keeper. Fiorentina's goal, as we know, Fiorentina pretty much created no good chances throughout the match, no clear-cut chances. Scored off one amazing strike from Kwame, another ex-Inter player. What can we say? At least Borja Valero didn't play, which was made me happy, because he was pretty much guaranteed to score. Biragi didn't score, luckily, but Kwame, ex-Inter player, scoring a stunner. Handanovic couldn't do anything, even though obviously he didn't move. Mannequin challenge, laser save, but you can't do anything about those. But Inter, once again, how many sitters were there? 3 sitters, I think. There was Sanchez one, Lautaro. Oh my days, Lautaro's was so bad. I don't even know how he missed that. And then there was a Lukaku header from a corner who is completely free. It's just becoming the story of the season. Like, I can't understand what happens to these players when they're in front of goal. It seems like they just forget how to shoot, or the composure. Especially Lautaro, he just has no composure in front of goal. He just blasted that shot from like 5 yards out wide. In terms of man of the match, it's very difficult when there's such a drab match where there's no standout players, there was no standout performances, everyone was just meh. Until Lukaku's goal, I would have given it to Ivan Perisic, because he could have had 2 or 3 assists easily today. It was both Lautaro and the Sanchez sitters came from him, and there was a few other crosses where the players didn't quite get to it, or they weren't on his wavelength. He was getting past Venuti on the wing a few times. So credit to Perisic, he was pretty good. But apart from that, yeah, he has to go to Lukaku, man of the match, because he came on, finally scored the goal that clinched the winner. Saved us from penalties, saved us from potential embarrassment, and gives us a little bit of confidence going into the Juve match, even though it's not ideal, as I said, having to play 120 minutes. But that's what he came on for, and Lukaku once again saving our asses, carrying this team. Where would we be without Lukaku? Where would Antonio Conte be without Romelu Lukaku? Some worrying signs out there in terms of Sanchez still not finding his form. Against Sampdoria, he was pretty poor. Today, once again, pretty poor. In general, the team, I don't know if you guys noticing, they're very edgy with each other. A lot of Simone. Usually we see, Brozovic is just normal, his usual behavior, but we see a lot of the other players like Vidal and Sanchez. Those two are the Chilean brothers who are, have got a very good relationship, but they weren't quite on the same wavelength on some of the things. Perisic and Lukaku, when he came on, just hopefully there's no problems in the dressing room building up from these poor performances. But need to mention Barella's cross for Lukaku's header as well. Beautiful. But Lukaku found himself completely free. In terms of other performances, Kolarov at the back, yeah, his piss poor clearance led to Kwame's goal. Not very good clearance, very half-hearted, could have done better. But apart from that, he was okay, not too bad. But Vlahovic was, he was struggling to deal with Vlahovic. Ranocchia was decent, Skriniar was decent. He was taken off in the second half for De Vrij, who was also decent when he came on. But yeah, overall, as I said, Eriksen, he can definitely play in that reduced role. He's got the technical ability, passing ability, but it just looks like, as I keep saying, these teammates a lot of times don't seem to look for him. When Brozovic plays in that role, he touches so many balls, touches so many, he's so involved. But when Eriksen played, especially the second half, he was almost invisible. And then he moved a bit forward when Brozovic came on, which he was probably a bit better there. But I'm guessing this is going to be his one start in another month. Last start was Cagliari a month ago. If Antonio Conte is going to give him a go in this position, he needs time. In the defensive transitions, he was a bit struggling. You can see when he tries to tackle, he's not very comfortable. It's kind of funny to watch him try to go in for those tackles. He just looks not comfortable at all. But as I said, when he was playing at the start of the season, you have to give him 5-6 matches in a row as a starter, even if you're not satisfied. You have to give him a go. And now, especially with January, it looks like no one's gonna buy him. You have to give him a chance. You have to make the best of the situation with the injuries we have. You have to make it work. Vidal, up and down performance. He got the goal, but some of the passing, some of the touches weren't as good. But good that he got his first goal. Gagliardini was probably the worst player on the pitch. He just couldn't get involved at all. But yeah, next round we'll see who we get. No, actually, I think we've got AC Milan in the next round, so we have derby next month, another Milan derby, so that's always fun. And yeah, we'll look forward to that. Look forward to the Juve match. I'll see you for the preview of that sometime this week. And yeah, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below your man of the match and all that good stuff. And yeah, Forza Inter as always.